to jump on here and go live and do an update um, on where I am. And I decided to go live because I posted my breakfast choice this morning, and I was reading the post, and Miss Dawson, I know her as Nisha. We've been friends since we were kids. She asked a really interesting question because I don't know that I per se have a plan, but she asked me, what plan am I following? And I don't really not have a plan, but I don't really have like just this plan that I'm following that says do this and do that. And by the way, man, I've seen, no joke, at least from my friends list since I did my cleanse, at least 15 of my friends or people that I'm around or that I associate with, on Facebook, in person, whatever the case. I've seen at least 15 of my friends like do the juice cleanse, whether it's 1, 3, 5, 7, whatever. I've seen them do it, and I just want to say, like, kudos, congratulations. I think that's awesome. Like, for me, 2022 is all about winning. Like, it's about me winning and celebrating my wins. But for me, it's all about that plus you winning. So, I posted the other day and I said, look, if I'm connected to you and you're connected to me, when you win, I win. And when I win, you win. Like, and then I posted a song by, I think her name is Jacqueline Carr or Carter. I have to look again. But like the hook says, everything attached to me wins. So that's my mantra. Like, if I'm winning and I have this thing that I'm doing that's causing me to win, like ask me about it, because I want you to win too. Like, I want you to do good. I want you to be successful. So let's see, my ending weight on the juice cleanse was 278. I weighed this morning, I was 280. I'm not upset about that because I eat solid food, and I eat good. I mind my portions, but I ate good. I ate oxtails and rice and gravy, but I ate a fourth of what I would normally eat. I made that my heaviest meal, my lunch meal, and then for my dinner I did like a salad. Like, so I am reintroducing to myself what it means to be healthy. But Ms. Dawson, she asked me a very interesting question. She said, "What plan are you following?" And I want to give a disclaimer real quick. One of my favorite scriptures, Philippians 3:12 through 14. I'm going to read it, but it says this. It says, because this is how I feel about like this health and fitness thing. Like, I'm no guru. I don't have this like figured out. Like y'all are asking me questions, and I'm telling you information that I'm trying as I go. Like, this is trial and error for me, but like I am determined to reach my goal. So I'm by no means like this guru or this I got it all together guy. But if I can share something with you that helped me, or if I can share something with you that made me fall or hinder me, I'm gonna share it. So ask away. And if I don't know, I'm gonna find out, or I'm gonna find somebody that does know, and I'm gonna refer you to them, or I'm gonna tag them in the post. But this is what Philippians 3:12 and 14 says, because this is how I honestly feel about this journey. It says, "Not that I have already obtained this or have already arrived at my goal, but I press on to take hold of that which Christ Jesus took hold of me. Brothers and sisters, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of it, but one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining towards what is ahead, I press on towards the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." So that's where I am. Like, I don't have this figured out. I haven't attained it yet. I'm not 225 pounds yet. I can tell you that. I just told you I was 280 this morning. But I'm forgetting everything behind me, and I'm pushing myself forward to get to this goal. So I'm talking about it as if I'm there. I'm talking about it as if I'm proficient because I want to reach proficiency. So, will you go back and watch TV, please? My kids, they always want to be. I got one daughter that just she wants to be on screen. Anyway, so she asked me. She said, "What plan are you following?" And I'm not really following a plan per se, but what I am doing, I want to give a huge shout out to my friend Crystal because Crystal is the one who told me about Noom. I had seen Noom things before, but I didn't really know what it was about. Hey, can you come get your sister for me real quick, please? So I had seen Noom before, but I didn't really know what it was about. I wasn't really familiar with it, and to be honest with you, I didn't really. Here, take her to see. Y'all go upstairs real quick. Go, please. You're tripping. So my wife had to go back to work today, so I'm daddy daycare, all five. But so I had heard about Noom before, and I'm like, man, this ain't gonna work. I'm not about to waste no money on no Noom and like this. Nah, this is a gimmick. But I was at a point where, like, I'm desperate because like the goal that I want to achieve, like I want to get there bad. Like I have a deep desire to get there. So I'm at a point where, you know what, I'm gonna try anything I can. I'm gonna try whatever I can. I'm gonna do whatever it takes because I wanna reach my goal. So my friend, she told me about Noom, and I said, all right, I'm gonna check it out. So I got on the internet and I watched a video about Noom, and after I watched that video, I was like, okay, and then I signed up for Noom. So when you ask me what plan I'm on, I'm doing Noom. And here's the thing, Noom is $168 for 6 months, right? And I was like, man, I'm not gonna pay that, man. I can't afford to do that. But then I started doing the math. Every morning, I was going to Chick-fil-A, and I was getting me a Chick-fil-A biscuit with hash browns and a large sweet tea. And I would some mornings get a. So I'm gonna pick right back up where I left off. I hit something and got disconnected. I'm sorry about that. So as much as I loved Chick-fil-A, I was spending $122.40 a month at Chick-fil-A. Noom was $168. Now Noom does have some add-ons if you wanna get the workout plan and you want to get the meal plan. But where I am in Noom and what attracted to it was when the video said that we're gonna teach you about the psychology of food and help you understand your relationship with food. So one of the things that Noom said was most people already know what to do, but we're going to teach you why you're not doing what you already know you should do. So I've been doing these Nooms on my phone, and it's an app. You download the app, and it's like a class. They ask you like how many minutes a day Do you want to dedicate this? I didn't want to do anything crazy. I said, give me 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes a day. So for 10 to 12 minutes a day, they have set me up with these classes that you take. Um, so I'm gonna see if I can show you what it looks like. Okay, so I don't know if you could, let me come here. So it looks like this. And you just touch the next session to unlock it. But let me go back to when I started. So Noon 101 was about, I'm gonna see, it's loading. Sorry, y'all. All right. So this is how it starts. It starts, and you can read it yourself, or you can press play and it'll read to you, and you just swipe the next, hit the button for next, and it goes to the next screen. But this is how it started off. It said, "Have you ever wondered why you grab a snack every time you walk through the kitchen? How your stomach and brain tell you you're full, or why the scale has the power to impact your mood? Have you learned to label food as bad and now feel guilty about eating them?" Well, that's exactly what we'll be covering with Noon 101, introducing the psychology of weight loss. So the first mini course was to take 4 to 5 days to complete. I've already completed like the first mini course. So you have a self-awareness about food. You understand calories. So one of the things that it told me about was caloric density. So caloric density is important because they teach you to eat food that has a lot of water in it, because food that has a lot of water in it keeps you full longer. Like grapes over raisins, or watermelon is a fruit with some of the highest caloric density because it's mostly water. So you can eat watermelon and it will keep you feeling full longer because it has more water in it. That's the importance of your water intake. So I'm not really doing a plan per se. I'm learning about the psychology of food and how food affects me and how I deal with food. And one of the things that really stood out to me was culturally. When you think about like the psychology of food and how food affects you, one of the things that really stood out was culturally how I was raised to understand food. Like in the black culture, in the African American culture, like when I fix you a plate, you finish your plate. You eat everything on your plate. Man, I remember going to relatives' houses and it was like, you gonna stay at the table until you eat all your food. Cause we're not throwing anything away. Because not that it's bad to like put it, like we're not throwing anything away, because everything that we cooked, it took money. And when you throw food away, you wasted my money. So you gonna sit right here at this table and you gonna eat every single bite. You're gonna eat it all. And that has affected me in adulthood. Because I'll be full, but subconsciously I'm saying, I paid for this, I gotta finish this plate. Even if I get a to-go box, I'll still pick out of the to-go box. Because I know in my mind, like when I take this home, it's a 50-50 chance that I'm going to eat the rest of this food. Because tomorrow's a new day and I might go somewhere else and get full off of that and forget about this. It's 50-50. It's 50-50. I might eat it and I might not eat it. So my mind defaults back to some of those old principles that were instilled in me back in the 80s when I was a kid that says, sit right here at this table and eat every bite. I don't know what it is culturally for you, but that's what it was in the culture and in the community that I grew up in. You're going to eat all your food. You're going to eat everything. And as an adult, it's caused me to overeat because I can put it up. Or, you know what? If I don't eat it, man, it's not a waste because I enjoyed that moment. And that's not to say that you don't value food and, but when you go to a restaurant, sometimes the portions are large and, you eat what you can. put the rest up. But Noom helped me understand why I was gaining so much weight, the things that I was doing to myself, like the mental blocks that I had put in place. One of the things that I believe is important to accomplishing anything, and we're going to be talking about that for the whole year at the church, is believing. Like, if you believe that you can do something, you can do it. But it starts with you believing that you can. So I believe that I can beat 225 pounds. So I'm gonna fill my mind with that. I'm gonna show my self images of myself when I was that weight. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna manifest where I want to be. But I'm also going to do the difficult work that it takes to get there. So I encourage everybody to do something better for yourself. There's a 1-day juice cleanse. Try it. There's a 3-day juice cleanse. Try it. There's a 5-day juice cleanse. Try it. There's a 7-day juice cleanse. Try it. But do what you feel you can be successful at so that you can build confidence in believing that you can. Do something good for yourself this year. Do something to benefit you. Do something to help you grow as a person, to become a better you. Maybe it's not a juice cleanse. Maybe it's just, hey, you know what? This week, when I go to Chick-fil-A, instead of getting an 8 count, I'm going to grab a kid's meal. I'm going to eat those 5 nuggets and that small fry. You're doing something. This week, when I go to Chick-fil-A, and I'm using Chick-fil-A because that's my go-to spot. My kids love it. So this week when I go to Chick-fil-A, I'm going to do my sweet tea with half sweet, half unsweet tea. Cut your sugar in half. Start somewhere. One of my favorite quotes says, you don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get started to be great. So I just want to really encourage everybody to try something good. Do something good for yourself. And don't tell yourself that you can't afford it. Don't tell yourself that you don't have time. Because that's what I told myself. I said, I can't afford to eat healthy. Oh, this stuff is expensive. Do the math on what you're eating. Do the math on the time that you're wasting. Like, I'm sitting here, I could be working out, but I'm like, nah, I gotta get home. I gotta watch Monday Night Football. I gotta catch the game. Man, look, I'm unhealthy and out of shape watching people who are in shape, on TV, in the prime of their life. Man, I need to get out and move. It's not benefiting me one bit. I can go back and watch the game later. Or if I say, hey, you know what? Missing Monday Night Football is going to take, I'm going to do a 30-minute workout. I'm not going to miss that much in 30 minutes of a 3-hour game. I'm really not. But it's up here. Tell yourself that you can, and you will. Tell yourself that you won't, and you will. So that's where I'm at with it. Like, let's continue. I like it, man. I like it. I'm gonna keep posting my food. I'm gonna keep posting. I'm gonna post my failure. Like, here's a failure that I had last night. I'm clearing the table because I'm raising my kids different. I'm raising them with that kind of like with that Bluebell mantra. You know, Bluebell says, "Eat all you can and sell the rest." That's how I'm raising my kids. Eat what you can and leave the rest. If we remember to put it up, fine. If we don't, hey, you know what? It's okay. So last night, my kids were eating oxtails. They ate all their rice. They ate all their gravy. And as I'm clearing the table, because I guess my kids are the only kids that walk away from the table with their plates still at the table, like they just didn't eat. But whatever. We working on that. They got some hard lessons coming. But I'm clearing one of my kids' plate, and I see this oxtail, a little thin cut ox. I see this oxtail, and I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry at all. But my finger got in the gravy, and I did like that. Next thing you know, I took the meat off of that oxtail and I ate it, and I paid for it because like 10 minutes after I ate it, my stomach was hurting because I was satisfied, and I had pushed myself past the point of satisfaction. We mess up. We fail. My snack yesterday was pecans and semi-sweet chocolate chips. You can have what you want. I'm gonna turn my chocolate chips into like dark chocolate because I want to get a healthier chocolate. But you can have what you want in moderation. Figure out what works for you and work it. That's all you got to do. Hey guys, I love y'all. I promise I do. Let's keep this circle going. Let's keep this network going. Let's keep leaning on each other. Let's keep working to help each other. And man, let's my friends now on social media. Let's change the narrative of social media. Let's start using this to uplift each other, to pick each other up, to lift each other up. All right, guys. I love y'all. I promise I do. I promise I do.